Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We take a look here at the daily chart first, just briefly. If you want a more extended outlook, then check out the video that I'm now linking. You'll find it somewhere on the screen, probably top right corner or so. This is really a long-term view on the Bitcoin chart, overall bigger picture, overall cycle and so on. But this here just tells us that in August last year, a larger degree wave 4 finished, and we're now likely in the larger degree wave 5. It should take us to around about 130k to 145k, and we'd like to see at least one more high in this cycle, and that's no surprise. And what I have here is also a support area on the daily time frame, which needs to hold to keep the overall upside expectations alive. And yeah, it's really important that we understand that probably I'd say we can't really confirm a substantial top has formed until the price really breaks below 69,144. That's the 61.8 retracement there on the chart. But as I said in previous videos, already below the 50% retracement level, so below 75,340. It's time to it's time to think about it if the top is in, but we don't know it before. It's literally only one more high I'm watching for anyway. So, and that's in context. That's why I say it's so important you watch the larger time frame video, because it is so important to understand the context. At the end, someone might say, "Oh, but you expected one more high." Yeah, but I've been warning for a couple of months that we're in a topping area. So it's all about managing expectations here. The closer we get to the end of a cycle, the more probable a breakdown becomes. But in that video I mentioned, I also showed a lot of on-chain data. So it kind of supports still that we have not topped yet. But again, the price is key. Price is key. On-chain data, or not only on-chain data, essentially a lot of the indicators, Bitcoin indicators, they are based on past data, whereas Elliott waves tell us what is happening right now, and that's really important. Yeah? So it's always, this is the only leading indicator. Okay, so let's take a look at the shorter time frame for Bitcoin. Short-term chart. Yeah, obviously we had this kind of strong sell-off. It wasn't surprising, I have to say that, right? I told you in my first video that I made on the day, yesterday, depending on the time zone, that we might already have 5 waves. One more high would be ideal, but it already looks like a 5-wave move. So a pullback in wave 2 was definitely something everybody who watched the videos should have been prepared for. It was obviously quite a sharp pullback, but we hold support, which is between 94,640 and 97,120. So that's so far all good. However, there is a problem with this rally to the upside, which I also explained in the previous video, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But first of all, at the moment, the preferred interpretation is still the yellow count, still despite this strong setback. But as I also said before, it's not high probability. I mean, that's the problem. We're dealing with a range. And in this range, numerous upside breakout attempts as well as downside breakout attempts have failed. So probabilities are really, balanced. Really balanced probabilities. Current idea is that the rally was a wave 1 and this is a wave 2 pullback, which bottomed on the 18th of Feb. We could have started a third wave rally, and this is just a 1-2 setup, and then a third of a third wave would be next. But any break below 94,640 would likely change this, because any break below the 78.6 retracement will shift probabilities towards the more bearish count. Okay, more bearish count. And then this could be, for example, from a bearish point of view, a 1-2 setup to the downside. 1-2, which is why I said in my last commentary on Discord, for a first confirmation that the price has indeed bottomed in yellow wave 2, we need a break above this. 1 second, we'll zoom in a minute. So could be this. Yeah, could send us down lower in the white count. But for a first indication that we have actually bottomed in the yellow wave 2, which is the bullish count, we need a break above the green line at 98,800. That is not invalidation for the white count, but it will already make it less likely. But then it needs to be followed by a break, obviously, above 99,500. I mean, that is the top of the yellow wave 1, and any break above it will invalidate the 1-2 setup to the downside. Is it a high probability downside setup? No, because it's in 3 waves down. So it's, again, we've seen numerous setups break in both ways. So the market hasn't made a decision yet. I also, to be honest, I don't expect that the market will make a decision on the weekend. Have to say that as well. Could be a boring weekend, so I don't have great expectations for the weekend. But yeah, we are now in the support area. The problem I had with the move up, even though it can be counted as a 5-wave move, and even though it reached the first, the ideal target for a wave 5, it reached a 1.618 extension. I've removed these levels from the chart now, but yeah, it reached that, what I'm normally looking for. Yeah, here. 99,380 roughly, that was reached. So it's just the structure of the internal 4th wave. Too weak, okay? Too weak. Should have been a bit deeper, a bit longer, but these are details. So I still give the bulls the benefit of the doubt because the pullback is in 3 waves again. I hope that is kind of clear. I can't really, there isn't really much more we can do here. Surely you could argue the move from the low is in 5 waves, but as long as we stay below this green line, there's nothing to be excited about. It's a support area. The market might consolidate over the weekend below the green line. I'm always happy to be impressed, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Structures should be all clear. Levels should be all clear. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. And if you're interested in additional videos, more in-depth analysis, I talked about that Bitcoin video with targets for the bull run and the next bear market and everything. Check out the videos on our MCO Global channel. That's our main channel that connects the international MCO communities. There'll be interviews and different stuff, so check it out. Link is in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.